Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Breakaway. As you can see, Ryan is here getting ready for graduation. I didn't really know where to start this episode at all. And I was just like, you know what, we're just going to start it at the graduation ceremony because after that we have a party. So let me just catch you up really quick, right? So today is Thursday. We have probably like, oh my gosh, I almost just choked on my own voice there. Anyway, so it is the graduation ceremony. I have only done this maybe once or twice before. I know other classmates are going to like gather out here. They're going to go inside there. We're going to hear some rabbit hole noises. They're going to come out, throw their caps. And that's pretty much that. Like, you don't really get to invite anyone to the graduation, at least not to my knowledge. I didn't get a prompt to do that. I couldn't invite her father as an example, which is really annoying. But yeah, she's going to be graduating. And then on the calendar, what I did is I scheduled it's just a house party, but it is technically at her dad's house. It's at 2 p.m. So we're going to have a little bit of time. I don't know how long the graduation ceremony rabbit hole thing actually is in game. I hope it doesn't take us to 2 p.m., but that's where we're going to have the graduation party. Ryan has to grab some things back at her apartment before she heads to Copperdale, and she's got to get like Rhodes and all of her friends and everybody prepared to go with her. I don't know why I'm struggling with words right now, but I guess I'll just see you after the rabbit hole because that's where we're at. Well, okay, I said I was going to see you after the rabbit hole, but I wanted Ryan to take some selfies for graduation day. Like, look at her. She looks great. Don't worry about like all the shading and stuff. It won't actually show up in the photos. That's horrific. But it's just from my reshade and stuff like that. But I just want her to get some cute little selfies to remember this day because I can't have her friends here. Oh, that ain't it. There you go. That's like one last really cute one. I feel like what she's going to do as well, I feel like she's going to send these to Rhodes, even though, because, okay, actually, let's think about this, because he's graduating today too, right? But he's probably over at Foxbury. Like, oh, hello, classmate. So he's not here right now. He can't actually be at her graduation. They're the same day, which is kind of obnoxious. But I think she's actually just going to text those to Rhodes real quick and be like, look at us. Like, we did it. And she's gonna be like, you look so freaking beautiful. I'm so proud of you. And she's like, I'm proud of you too, you know. And remember, I don't know if it's gonna be today or if it's going to be like this weekend or something like that. But Ryan and Rhodes are gonna find out about the Sim like national soccer team tryouts and if they got spots on said team because they had those tryouts, yesterday technically game? Earlier this week? I don't even remember, but a lot's happening today. A lot's happening. Yay, there's our girl. She did it. It's kind of terrible because I left the little plumb bob there. I should have hidden it, but there goes the cap, and that's that. She's graduated. Congrats. That's what we get in The Sims 4. But she did get a little buff, so I'll just go ahead and read that really quick. Graduated university. Finally, Ryan has reached this milestone achievement and is on top of the world. Well, that's short, sweet, to the point. Now, to complete her aspiration here, her next step is to get a job using a degree. Now, here's where things are going to get a little tricky because I do want her to technically finish this aspiration, but we're kind of going off of a storyline here too, so it's a little bit, I don't know. But anyway, with her degree, what did she just get? What degree did she get? What did I have her do again? I don't remember. Where's the degrees? Wow, there's so much information in this panel now. Hold on, can I grab this? Wow, that's a lot of info. Okay, she got an economics degree, right. Okay, so just for the heck of it, I'm actually gonna have her look for a job real quick. We're not gonna get her a job, I don't think. I don't know. I don't really know what to do at this point because she is kind of waiting for the news from the soccer team, but she also has to kind of look for jobs too, right? This whole degree seeking thing was a backup just in case she couldn't go pro, and she can't sit there and just wait for something like that to fall in her lap. So I'm just trying to see what jobs we could actually get her with her degree. It looks like the administrator job could. So having a relevant university degree means this position will come with higher pay, easier promotions, more vacation days, a signing bonus. Only one signing bonus can be awarded per sim every 7 days, regardless of career. So she could, what? That's it. No, that's not realistic. With an economics degree, you could be hired as the dean of admissions. Okay, Sims team. Okay. She's not going to be the dean of admissions. I want to see what else, though. Are there any other... Oh, she could be an investor. Okay, so a futures trader. 167 simoleons per hour. Wow. Okay, that's a lot. Are there any others? Because it looks like they have that specific... what's it called? Well, no, they're just specific titles. They're not under... Environmental manager? Oh, that's another one, too. Interesting. Conservation regulator. I was going to say they're very specific titles compared to just like the gardener career, engineer degree, engineer career, whatever it is. So it looks like there's only 3 options. I don't think she would be in academia personally. I feel like she would probably end up going into, where did it go? I don't want to do this, but I do want her to finish that aspiration. So I don't really know. I don't know, but I think she would probably go the investor route, honestly. It's as close to economics as I could find out of the ones that would be relevant based on her degree. But we'll see. Let me know in the comments down below if she does make this team, there might be like a season of interim stuff where like she doesn't have something to do, because soccer season, to my knowledge, I'm going to double check this as I do this voiceover, I can't check it. But I believe that it primarily starts, ignore that motorcycle outside my house. I believe it primarily starts like in springtime. So it's summer right now, which means that she wouldn't be playing on the national team maybe until spring. So she might have some time to kind of dilly-dally around and have a regular old full-time job. That's an option, but if she doesn't make the team, obviously she still needs something. So I guess we're kind of waiting for that to come through. I don't know. Her future's uncertain. Okay. We're here. We're at Dad's house. It's a couple hours later than I was anticipating. And I also, oh my God, the freaking football game. Oh, I didn't actually cue that up. That just happened. That's sweet. Don't mind Rhodes. He's got a diploma accessory because I was just taking a lot of pictures, and I don't know if I put them right before I started the scene or if I'm going to put them afterwards, but either way, we've got some really cute little graduation pictures. The Party Essentials kit came in clutch. I can't even lie to you. We have a little backdrop. We've got balloons. We have this nice little sign. Love these plastic chairs that we got with for rent. And then we also have this. And now this is a Brightchester You Bright celebration cake. I thought this was so perfect. I didn't have time to do the cupcakes as well, but it's basically a custom recipe with the Granny's Cookbook mod. I am so happy. So I'm going to have everybody take a piece because we're here to celebrate graduation. It was really great. As you can see, Piper has her diploma in her hand too, because I wanted some nice pictures, and then I realized that I didn't give them an option without the accessories, and that's fine. Ryan's got her grad cap on, which is cool. Becca's got a diploma too. We've got Spencer here. We also have Craig and JJ's here, of course, as well. Are we all just going to stand around eating this cake? Sure, we are. That's fine. But everybody's having a great time. Her dad was so proud. I'm going to pretend that he was there for graduation, and then basically he kind of carted everybody to Copperdale, as well as, well, maybe Ryan did too. I don't know how many people would fit in a fake car that doesn't exist in The Sims 4. Anyway, we're having a wonderful time. We got some backyard music on. It's getting dark, which is kind of unfortunate. It's only about 5:30, so I'm surprised it's getting so dark, but I thought we were having a good time until Ryan can't focus because she's addicted to freaky caffeine. So I just got rid of that buff because I didn't really want to deal with it. But everybody's just having a good time. There's not really much to say about it. It's a really bittersweet, I'd say, celebration maybe. Because for me, as I've mentioned before, like time absolutely flew in this little miniseries / LP. And her graduating was really out of nowhere. Now, because it just happened so fast. And I don't know, I'm getting kind of emotional over it, but her dad is so freaking proud of her. Look at these babies. I think they're actually going to take a picture together too, because I haven't had them do that. I want a father-daughter picture as well. Yeah, I didn't even have them do that. Why didn't I do that? I did when I was taking all of the pictures. I didn't have her take a picture with her dad. So we're going to do one now. There's probably going to be someone in the background. Oh, no. So you know what? That's actually the last one. I'm not doing anymore. That's going to be the last picture because I don't understand why there aren't better poses. Anyway, congratulations. University has earned Ryan Ramos a degree. And the proof is in her diploma. You can find it in Ryan's inventory. That was kind of delayed. There it is. Magna University Brightchester diploma. So she graduated with honors because I believe, yeah, it doesn't show up here anymore. I believe she finished with like an A GPA, which is pretty darn good. Now, the plan here, since we're at this little graduation party and we're already all the way in Copperdale, I think most of the guests are going to be heading home, but Rhodes is actually going to be spending the night with Ryan in her childhood home. Now, we still have a cot set up here. Her dad is not, listen, he's not oblivious. She has her own apartment. She's in college. She's an adult. He is not going to be one of those people that's like, no, boys have to sleep downstairs. Like, that's just not what's happening. He knows they're together at this point. So there's a cot there, but he also is completely understanding of the fact that Rhodes is likely just going to stay in her bed with her at this point. Like, let's not pretend. Okay. Let's not pretend. Look at these babies just cuddling after a very eventful graduation party. Okay, everything was super chaotic, so I did not film a ton of it. But everybody had a great time celebrating graduation. And I was thinking back to my own college graduation. It looked very different. I know we all have different experiences with this. I finished college online, and my commencement or graduation ceremony was with just thousands of online people that I didn't know. Do you know what I mean? So it was a very different experience. I did get to walk on stage and got my diploma and everything, but I didn't get to celebrate it in that way with friends that I had been with for 4 years through university. And I don't know. I wanted to reflect on that a little bit. What was your experience like if you went to university? If you did not, number one, I'm not shaming anybody. But if you did go to university and you did go through commencement and graduation, what was that like for you? Because mine was a little bit different. Anyway, these little nuggets are just snuggling up, and she's just like, this is so weird having you in my hometown, in my childhood bedroom, in my bed. And I think this is when Rhodes he has his moments of being exceptionally vulnerable, right? It's the only reason that him and Ryan have ended up here. And I think he's just like, I know how special this is. I know this isn't something that you would just do with anybody, right? He knows that she's guarded. He knows that it took a lot for them to reach this point. And he just tries to reassure her, I feel honored that you trust me enough and that you care about me enough to be here, to have met your dad and see where you grew up and kind of peel back those layers. He's just I think he just wants to make sure that she's comfortable. And from the look in her eyes, she's fallen for this man so hard. So hard. The cutest snuggle bugs that ever bugged and snuggled together. I love this mod, by the way. I think it's just the cuddle mod by Pancake One. I'm going to try to find it and put it down below. If I cannot find it, just search cuddle mod for The Sims 4 and you will be able to locate it. It's so cute. Basically, when your Sims go to bed, they'll cuddle, like in The Sims 2. It's so adorable. Anyway, they just talked until they fell asleep, just like this. Ryan didn't feel super comfortable doing too much physical things under the same roof as her father. Let's just talk about that. And Rhodes was just like, I'm not risking death. I just met this man today and I don't want him to hate me or kill me or anything like that. So they just kind of talked, and they really had a conversation about the impending news about the places on the team, right? Rhodes is really anxious about it. Ryan's really anxious about it. And they are in Copperdale for, I want to say, the weekend. So tomorrow, I believe, in game is Saturday. And we also have Sunday. And I think then they're going to be going to San Sequoia. Maybe they'll go on Sunday. Maybe they'll go to San Sequoia on Sunday to meet Rhodes's mom and kind of meet that side of the family. So tomorrow, Ryan, Rhodes, and then Arturo are going to be spending a little bit of time together. And Arturo kind of nudged Rhodes tonight and was like, hey, let's have a little bit of time tomorrow and just chit chat, man to man. He's not going to go all protective dad on his daughter, but who can blame a parent for wanting to talk to their child's partner, right? You want to get to know them. And I have a feeling that Ryan has never really dated someone seriously. She's never really committed to anybody because of these abandonment issues and kind of this fear of true intimacy. So her dad knows that this is a really big deal. Even if he doesn't know exactly why, he knows it's a big deal that his daughter has chosen to commit to somebody, and he really wants to put in the effort to get to know Rhodes a little bit better. Okay, it's 8:30 in the morning, and Rhodes is actually down here with Arturo, and they are joking around like old friends, and it is bringing me so much joy. I think Rhodes even just joined in on cooking because Arturo is making some pancakes, one of Ryan's favorite breakfast foods. She doesn't make a lot for herself, by the way. Hi. Hi, where are you going? What is this outfit? Did I give this to you? I gave you this outfit. It's like Brightchester colors. Ooh, look at me go. I gave her this outfit. I didn't realize it. But it is very warm today. Like the temperature is like, yeah, it's warm today. Okay, why am I stumbling? Anyway, I'm gonna put her in a warm weather outfit. I don't know why she defaulted to something like that, but let me just see what shows up. Because it is warm. She just got up, she took a shower, she kind of like started her day. Everything's cool. I'm gonna toss her just in this one really quick. And I think she got out of the shower and she heard voices downstairs and she's like, oh, like it must be my dad and Rhodes. And I think she was in the other room, like over there, just kind of eavesdropping on their conversation. She's not an eavesdropper. Ooh, I just hit my mic. But I think that she was really curious, like, what are they talking about? Are they getting along? Is everything good? And they weren't really talking about anything serious. I think that Arturo was just kind of chatting with Rhodes about his plans now that he's graduated as well. And he's like, well, I also tried out for the national team. And Arturo's like, oh yeah, you know, Ryan did mention that you were both kind of awaiting the results of these tryouts. And he's like, yeah, you know, I think we're both really anxious about it, but also really excited about it. And we'll just kind of see what goes, like kind of what happens from there. And I think they're just going to end up sitting down, if I can get them to sit down and not finish their food before they're done sitting down. Can you all sit down, please? Or not? Okay. I got them to sit down so they could actually have a nice little breakfast and converse with one another. But yeah, Arturo's like, so I know we've got the day and then you're going to be going to San Sequoia, right, honey? And she's like, yeah, Dad, we're going to go see Rhodes's mom. And he's like, wow, so everybody's just meeting the parents, huh? And Ryan's blushing. She's like, Dad, please, like, can you not? And you know, we know how Rhodes just like revels in seeing Ryan like blush and everything like this. He's like, oh yeah, he's like, we're gonna have a great time. We're meeting the parents. He's like, that's how you know it's serious, right? Right, Mr. Ramos? And we know that Arturo also kind of likes to push Ryan's buttons a little bit. And he's like, well, you're the first man that my daughter has decided to bring into the house. And she's like, is this really happening? Are you guys doing this to me right now? Like, do we have to do this? Do we have to do this right now? And I don't know. I just think it's a wholesome little moment. I don't really know what else to say about it because I just imagine that the conversation's just freely flowing from, you know, plans after college to childhood stories to different hobbies and probably a little bit about Arturo's impending retirement as well, because that is definitely something that he and Ryan were talking briefly about before. He kind of wants to retire a little bit early, maybe. Oh, wait. I don't want Rhodes to go yet. Hold on. I just saw an interaction that was so funny. Wait, is it here? No, it's not hobbies. Where did it go? Gossip? No, I just saw it. Where was it? It was so good. It was like bring up embarrassing childhood story. Where did that go? Are you kidding? It was so good. No, where did it go? I'm so upset. It was right there and I clicked away from it. I'm so bummed. Ryan's feeling like real good about himself. So he just did the dishes. He is putting the food away. Rhodes. Oh my God. How am I confusing their names now? Ryan is taking out the trash. I think it's behind the house somewhere. And Rhodes is feeding the dog. He's gonna feed Waldo, who I think has to go potty. I don't know what the deal is lately, but pets like autonomously, they don't want to just autonomously go to the bathroom, which I don't really fully understand. Anyway, I'm gonna have Rhodes just change into his warm weather, though it's overcast today, so I don't know how warm it really is. I don't know. Pause. What? Our little commitment phobe? What? Ryan wants to get engaged to Rhodes. Rhodes is the one Ryan wants to spend the rest of life with. With a fluttering heart, it's time to pop the question. I'm not kidding. I did not expect this from her at all. I did not expect this from her at all. I had to put a pin in that. Because you never know, right? Like, I don't know. They've never talked that they're a brand new couple, but I did not expect... I didn't expect that at all. Oh, this is a lot. I need a break. Look, we just showed up at the bubble tea and thrift shop that I built. Yes, very proud of this one. You can find it on the gallery. I'll show you the rest of it in a minute. We just showed up and this man is already kissing all over her. Listen, that desire of Ryan's completely threw me for a freaking loop. Arturo's over here at the thrift shop. He was checking out some stuff because I figured they'd just go about town, like get some bubble tea, get some stuff like that, and just kind of hang out because there really isn't too much they like want to do, especially with her dad. I think he might give them the afternoon to kind of hang out as well, though I think that's slowly approaching. Anyway, we're gonna have Ryan get a mango bubble tea, and then we're also gonna have Rhodes get a chocolate milk one because I just feel like that's right up his alley. Oh, that was like a job offer too. Anyway, they're gonna get some bubble tea and kind of just hang out and chat. And he's like, "So, you gonna show me around town? Like, you gonna show me where you went to high school and where like little Ryan got in trouble and everything?" And she's like, "You are so ridiculous. Shut up!" Like, because remember, she did take Piper to her old high school and stuff like that, which was really nice. But I don't know if she's going to take Rhodes there. He might insist because that would absolutely be something that Rhodes would insist on. But I don't know. I just think this is a cute little bubble tea date. I feel like Ryan went here with some of her high school friends back in the day, and it just hasn't changed at all. She's like, yeah, like we would come over here after school and just hang out just to kind of keep out of trouble. And he's like, keep out of trouble? That doesn't sound like you. And she's like, okay, I feel like you're the one that was always getting into trouble. You're like, listen, I got in my fair share of trouble, but I was really focused on sports. I was really focused on soccer because I want to do this. And she's like, yeah, I know what you mean. Where is she going? What are you doing? Can you just like sit down over here? Like, why would that be where you would decide to go? Like, why would you do that? Just sit down and talk to him right here at this table where you are. You know what I mean? And he's like, so how are you feeling? We're probably going to hear about these tryouts pretty soon. She's like, I don't know. I don't know what comes next. Everything just froze. She's like, I just don't know what comes next. And I'm going to be honest, it makes me just really uneasy. And he's like, hey, I got you. Like, I got you. Don't worry about it. We're going to be just fine no matter what happens. We're going to go on to do great things, especially you. Can she sit down over here? I know there's the steady sit mod, but honestly, it hasn't felt like it's been necessary until right now. It hasn't felt entirely necessary, but he's just like, you're going to do great things no matter what, okay? And I'm going to cheer you on from the sidelines like I always freaking do. And you're going to be all right, Ramos. She's like, I don't deserve you, you know? I actually had to get out of the bubble tea shop because everything was too chaotic. So they just came out here under the cover of this cool thing because you could actually sit here. They have a nice view of the park and the gazebo. It's like right out here, you see, like that. That's the bubble tea and thrift shop. This is also a library and cafe built by Chrissy YT, by the way. Yeah, it's really cute. We haven't gone to see it yet, but I put it in Copperdale just in case. But they're just out here chatting again as well. Again, I think that they are going to go, like Ryan and Rose are going to go to her high school. She's going to give him a look at the fields she used to practice on because he did insist. But Arturo is also inquiring. He's like, all right, so tell me a little bit about your family, Rhodes. And he's like, well, it's just me and my mom. And he's like, oh, okay. He's like, well, it's just been me and Ryan for a really long time too. And remember, Rhodes kind of gets a little bit closed off at the mention of not specifically like his family. Like he gushes about his mom, I think, especially to Ryan. But he gets a little bit uptight when people ask about his family or his dad. And he hasn't really, oh, sure, you like small talk? Sounds great. He hasn't really mentioned it to Ryan outside of the fact that he's like, yeah, it's just been me and my mom growing up. And she's like, well, it's been me and my dad. And that's something that they definitely kind of bonded over without getting too deep into it, without having really deep conversations about it. But, she's really curious what she might learn when she actually does go to San Sequoia on Sunday. Also, it's Friday. So I thought it was Saturday this whole time. They have one more day in Copperdale. They have one more day at Copperdale. But she's really curious what she's going to learn about Rhodes and his family and kind of seeing him in that element. You know what I mean? Because sit down. I'm going to lose my mind. Sit down. Talk. Stop that. Tell jokes. Quit moving. Stay still. Anyway, now that I have my rage, just came out. Ooh, that was bold, Rose. Right in front of her dad. Are you kidding? But she's very curious to learn more about Rhodes and his family. And, when you start meeting family members, that's serious. But when you see people in the place where they grew up and in that place that help them become the person they are, you glean so much more about them. And I feel like Rhodes is we already know the man's head over heels, but he has absolutely loved seeing this other side of Ryan, like with her dad. where she just kind of like hangs out, where she's chill, where she's comfortable, and where she's willing to be more open. Like her guard is down. And he knows that's difficult to get to. He knows it's difficult to do that. So he's just, I don't know. I think he's fallen real hard too. Okay. Well, we're at Copperdale High, and Ryan decided to take Rhodes out to the field that she's played so many games on, where she practiced, where she basically honed her skill. She didn't give him like a tour of the building or anything like that, but they came out here just to kind of kick the soccer ball and engage in that thing that, you know, kind of brought them together in the first place, right? Like, they got pissy pants over the reservation of the Brightchester soccer fields. That's what brought them together in the first place. And this rivalry that they had to begin with, being on opposing teams, and then kind of getting to this point of competing for this potential spot or spots. I don't really know on this national team, but I just love this. I love that they're doing the thing that they both love. And they're doing it with the person that they love. Oh God, there's a high school event. Can anything go right in this game for me? Anything. This was supposed to be a heartfelt moment. Destroyed. Our babies are over at the Bleachers. Just getting handsy because they feel like they're in high school again. I feel like they were talking beforehand. He's just like, would you even give me a second look in high school, Ramos? And she's like, absolutely freaking not. Like, no, I would not have. And he's like, you are literally the worst freaking liar. like you're the worst liar imaginable. Like, look at that man. He's like, bullshit. Don't demonetize me. He's like, bull, you absolutely would have. And he's like, and even if you didn't, I would have always been looking at you. And she's like, you are ridiculous. And he's like, what was that pause for? What was that hesitation for, huh? And she's like, Rhodes, can I just like be honest for 1 second? And he's like, are you capable of that? She's like, yeah, shut up, I am. And she's like, I really care about you. And I know this whole thing kind of like came out of nowhere for us, but I think that I am falling for you so hard. He's like, oh, it's about time. She's like, what? You know, he's like, I already fell. Like, I'm already there. He's like, baby, I am there. So now when you fall, I can catch you. Oh, come on now. Come on now. Is this not... This is so on brand. It hurts me. Rhodes, I like when you tell me I'm yours. Stop that. Stop that. To end their little night in Copperdale, they went down to the pier, and Ryan's like, hey, there's something I've always wanted to do. And look at, they're both amped. Oh, that's terrifying. She's like, there's something I always wanted to do, but there was never somebody special that I wanted to do it with. And he's like, baby, what is on your mind? Like, what are you thinking? She's like, come on, we're going to go do it in the Ferris wheel. And he's like, you are unbelievable. Like, you are unreal. What do you mean? But no, they're 110%. They're going to go do it in the Ferris wheel. And I can't wait. They're going to go do it right now. Okay. And here we have the cutest couple to ever exist. I'm just saying. Oh, the bashfulness. Anyway, I think they're adorable. They had a lovely little time on the, oh, that's not going to work, on the Ferris wheel. And Rose was just like, that was probably one of the craziest things I've done. And she's like, that was the craziest thing that you've done? That's like one of the craziest things? And he's like, what do you think I am? Like, yeah, that was crazy. He's like, I've never, oh, that's cute. Right, okay, that's cute. He's like, I've never done something public like that before. And she's like, well, neither have I. And I'm glad that you were the first to do that with me. I feel like in high school, I don't know, like, again, Ryan was always like really guarded. I'm just trying to see what other poses I have. There really aren't that many to choose from that I like. But she was always very guarded. So like, she didn't have someone special, right? And Rhodes probably dated a lot in high school. But even though he is, I think, very forward and maybe can be a little bit more like more of the dominant person in the relationship. I don't know, Ryan kind of rivals that a little bit, but I don't think that he has ever been the one for like public hijinks. You know what I mean? Like there's no shame here. You do what you want to do where you want to do it. Okay. But I don't know. They're just adventurous together and it makes my heart happy. Let me just take that last picture because that's going to be the last one. But okay, I think this is going to be the end of this episode. I actually crammed a lot in here that I wasn't expecting whatsoever. I didn't really have a plan going into this one, but I think it worked out. I think it worked out really nicely. Like it was kind of chill. I mean, it's a big deal. Like they both just graduated from university and everything. Oh, the little baby's just gonna kiss again. Oh, I don't know. I think this is also not just her relationship with Rhodes, but I think all of this, like having someone special back in her hometown and doing these things that she wished she had someone to do them with in high school. Like maybe Ryan feels like she missed out on a lot in high school because she was so guarded. Like she just missed out on that first love and kind of experimenting and all this other stuff until she had Rhodes, and kind of bringing him back here, I think has healed a little bit of that for her. And I don't know if that wasn't her intention. You know what I mean? And maybe she didn't even realize that she was missing out on a lot because of how guarded she was and kind of her insecurities. And maybe because of her focus on soccer too. You know, they both kind of said that, yeah, they had social lives, but their focus was on the sport and getting better and reaching this point in their career of like going to this national team. So I feel like some high school juvenile fun for them, like going to her high school and like make it out under the bleachers, like play it on the soccer field, and coming back here and woo-hooing in the Ferris wheel and like making out on the pier. This is just such a healing moment, maybe even for both of them, who knows. But I think this is where we're going to end this episode. I hope you all enjoyed it. I cannot wait to hear your thoughts, and I will catch you next time I post a video, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Close the bar, but we're in the get-go. Next place, give me someone. I could dance with you beneath the stars, 'cause when I want it, then I want it. Yeah, I want you. Everything stops when you